Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth. And the Demon Deacons will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense takes the field. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
They'll go to the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Fast motion from the offense. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Parrish. Nowhere to run on now when he loses 4 on the carry. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The tag. Touchdown, Wake. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously.
The expressway is wide open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. On the run, it's Parrish. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Dart. throws for the tight end. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The big fella's coming out in the goal line defense. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Demon Deacons offense will take the field for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to...
And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Second down coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Now the play fake. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rebels. Touchdown. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina.
It's caught.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The sure hands, it's Fields. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Trying to convert this second and short. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Demon Deacons are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Finds his man, it's Morin. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Field goal is good. Lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Running it back, it's Claiborne. Lowers those pads. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quick strike complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Dart. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights.
That makes the score Ole Miss 17, Wake Forest 10.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. The Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They feed him again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Dart. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the Demon Deacons will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Morin. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Now it's second and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deeks.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. They march 72 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Set to kick it away.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Good timing on the quick out. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. And the Rebels are threatening in the red zone. They want to just keep throwing it. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top.
Ole Miss 20, Wake Forest 17.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
The Demon Deacons decide to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This offensive line does such a good job communicating in their pass protection. You can see guys passing defenders off to one another, and that's why the quarterback had so much time to complete that throw deep downfield.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Scanning the field, it's Dart. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. 3rd and goal coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Parrish. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Good right down the boulevard.
That makes the score Ole Miss 23, Wake Forest 17.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeyer. And they're not on the same page there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Looking for room. It's Claiborne. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the catch. It's Cleescorn. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking for space. It's Claiborne. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He'll run it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. To the air, it's Bachmeyer. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Demon Deacons are on the move.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through its protection.
And they just need a few inches for the 1st down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
23. Wake Forest, 20.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback on the keeper. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 36. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Dart. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the run, it's Bentley. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Get a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Watkins. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. the offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Flacco should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 13 to Coastal Carolina. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Wants to throw on 1st down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Bentley. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got loose, it was all over. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just He's been down their throats all game long, a step of understanding what he's seeing and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Going for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Wake. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
27.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the back. That's a live ball. And the defense has it. They're going the other way. Got a lot of running room. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win too. Man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right? Football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
37, Wake Forest, 34.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Wells. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
That makes the score. Ole Miss 40, Wake Forest 34.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. They're trying to get... And the ball's free in the... Loose ball squirting all over the place, and it went out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. When you needed it the most in the 4th quarter, this game is super close. It's tight. Not only do you make a play and get a stop, you put points on the board and you get the football back with a chance to salt this football game away. That's how defenses step up late in games.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
To the air on 1st down. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Line getting set on second down. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They'll line up for a second down play.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's going to pass on second down. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Oh, what a move to get open. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
Ole Miss 52, Wake Forest 34.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, just to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out,
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Back to the air one more time. Got him downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Demon Deacons will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.